riding it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time and
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Memphis Egyptians. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
That good for 19 and a first down. Here's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now we see the first throw of the ball game, and he's got it complete and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Khalil Mack, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got Anderson right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Room here to run. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd and a couple. Brady, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is this one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Throwing now is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he is going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On play action, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Brady going to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. Are able to add on to their first half lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Brady's throw there complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and now it's 3rd and 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Throwing left side, it's complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So on 4th down, a big-time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Egyptians are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. Herbert has it knocked free, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final shot before half for Brady. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
They run again on first down. Chubb
taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Brady to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Running on first down, Eckler. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Third and long, it's Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf.
On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
And
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A quick throw by Brady complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw is caught here by Anderson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On second down, Eckler. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 79 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a first down. Now it's Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Brady. Completion here to Claypool. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Up of 10 yards.
And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Egyptians get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Herbert off of play action. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdowns. Ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Brady. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Richards. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Herbert now.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they...
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off